Okay, now recording is started. Okay, let's start. Today is the 15th lecture of our subject, that is embedded and real-time operating system, and seventh lecture of unit number 2, means second last lecture of our unit number 2. Tomorrow we will conclude, or we will wind up our unit number 2. Today's topic is internet enabled services, internet enabled services, or embedded system using internet enabled services. This is our topic of today's lecture. Under that, we have to see three things, that is TCP, UDP and IP, because without this TCP, UDP and IP there is no internet we can imagine. So understanding of this TCP and UDP with IP becomes important one. Let's start with this TCP and UDP means what. I think you have all gone through this terminology in your third year computer engineering of subject computer network. I am not going to ask you the full form of TCP and UDP. I am not going to ask you what exactly TCP did in digital transmission of data over the internet, and I am not going to ask you anything about these things. We are just here to understand, with the help of this lecture number 15 or lecture number 7 of unit number 2 of subject embedded and real time operating system, what TCP and UDP means. Let's, if you are able to see these things clearly, then over here you can see that I have written the points which shows the difference between TCP and UDP. With this difference, we are going to understand what TCP means and UDP means. Before to understand this, you all should know about OSI layer model. There are, right? If we don't know about anything, what exactly open system interconnection means, then we cannot understand these things also, TCP and UDP. One more thing that I want to tell you before to start this difference between TCP and UDP. Only one line which is sufficient to help you if you don't know about OSI means. I know that you are all aware about OSI layer system, that is open system interconnection, OSI layer. This TCP and UDP is used. This TCP and UDP is used to make the connection between source and destination for transmission of data from one location to another location or one machine to another machine. This is the simple line which is sufficient to explain TCP and UDP means. So regarding this, so to around these lines, please try to understand all the things which are related to TCP and UDP. In our normal life, we know that if you want to transfer, or if you want to transport anything from Indore to Pune, for example, from Indore to Pune, we use one technique. What we use? We use always uh, a transport system. Through that transport system, whatever the good or whatever the transport material is there, we load into that vehicle, and that vehicle travels all over the way through the road, and drop that material or drop that content which is loaded in Indore city to Pune city. This is a normal criteria or normal thing that we use in our day-to-day life to in transporting system. The same thing applied over here. All the data from one location to another location are transferred only by two means. Number one, wired means, and number two, wireless means. Wired and wireless. Wired means by using fiber optical cable, or number second, the copper cable, right? Through these two metals, or through these two elements, we transfer our data from one location to another location digitally. And in wireless, by using infrared, by using radio waves, by using ultra waves, we transmit our data from one location to another location. For small applications like embedded system, if the distance is very short, in that case we can use infrared wireless communication system. But if the distance is very large, in that case we use radio waves for the communication between two locations to transmit the data. Why for the short communication infrared are used, and why radio waves are used for the distance between, if the two location is more? Why it is so? Because the wavelength of the to these different elements, radio waves and infrared, is different. So by checking that property of the wavelength, the expert decided कि yes, radio waves are best to transfer the data if the location distance is high, and infrared is used where the location distance between two destinations is low. So expert decided these things by checking the trial and error methods. I think you have understand the two things up till now what I have discussed. I have given one example of a transport of goods from one destination to another destination, from Indore to Pune, and on the same line I have explained in computer system or in network system, to transfer the data from one location to another location, I have used two types. One is wired and another is wireless. For wired, I am repeating it again. For wired, there is fiber optical cable or Ethernet cable. Right? We use Ethernet cable is nothing but most of the time it is copper wire is used in that. And wireless, there are different protocols, and that by using the different protocols, or we use the different protocols with the help of radio waves and infrared waves. Through that waves, by using the protocols, IEEE standard protocol, that is 802.11 protocol is used for wireless communication, and by using that 802.11 with the help of the radio waves and the infrared waves, we can able to do a wireless communication. Right? We have understood up till now these two things regarding the digital communication. Now, throughout the world, the two types of communication is possible. These are two types of communication with the help of the two protocol, that is TCP and UDP. Means we can transfer the data by using either TCP or using UDP. What is TCP? TCP is, the full form of TCP is Transmission Control Protocol. Transmission Control Protocol. As the name itself explains, everyone, it controls the transmission of the data. It controls the transmission of the data. That's why it is a Transmission Control Protocol. And UDP, User Data Protocol. Why there is a need of these two protocols, TCP and UDP? We will see with the help of this difference why there is a need of UDP. Though there is a very good format of TCP protocol is available, why there is a need of UDP? Let's see the first difference. What is first difference? First difference is that TCP is connection oriented protocol. TCP is connection oriented protocol. I think if you are listening it very carefully, please listen it very carefully, because I am going to tell you the fundamentals behind these differences. So please listen it very carefully. Those one do not want to necessary to listen all these things, no matter. But those are ready to listen, please listen it very carefully. The first difference is that connection oriented. TCP is connection oriented protocol. प्रोटोकॉल इज नथिंग बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अंडरस्टँड प्रोटोकॉल मीन्स प्रोटोकॉल म्हणजे काही नाही प्रोटोकॉल म्हणजे सूचनांचा संग्रह प्रोटोकॉल म्हणजे it is a ordering of instructions and by following that instruction one can execute their task, right? It is TCP is connection oriented, it is a protocol connection oriented. What is connection oriented? Connection oriented means is there any connection? It is talking about the wired connection. If anyone, if over there, if you're listening, please tell me this connection oriented means what? This protocol is talking about wired connection, or it is talking about something different. Is anybody interested to answer this question? Please answer the question. Because in UDP, over here it is mentioned it is connection protocol. TCP is connection oriented protocol, whereas UDP is connectionless protocol. What is this? Means UDP is used for wireless communication and TCP is used for wired communication. Is that so? No, it is not like that. Connection oriented means what? First, if we are transmitting data by using TCP protocol, transmission control protocol, the transmission control protocol first establish the connection between source and destination. So that's why it is called as connection oriented protocol. It is not about wired and wireless communication. Please understand if you are listening the things carefully. TCP first establish the connection between source and destination. Means suppose if client is requesting CRIC-buzz site, CRIC-buzz, then client, by using the browser, if we are using Chrome, that browser first establish the connection between CRIC-buzz and the client. When the connection is get established, then actual sending of the data from the client side to the destination side starts, right? This is the meaning of connection oriented. And connectionless means what? Connectionless means as the data comes from the client, it sends to the server directly, and server also sends it directly to clients. Means there is no establishment of bridge, there is no establishment of road, there is no establishment of connection between client and server over there. Directly sends data. As the data comes from another source, it sends it directly. There is no connection establishment, right? Have you understand the meaning? Have you understand the meaning? Yes, connection oriented and connectionless oriented. Then please tell me where it is needed, where the UDP is needed. If it is connectionless, there is no establishment of path in UDP. Okay, the question remains until last difference. Which question? Where you will follow UDP, or where you will give the preference to the UDP, in which connection of data transmission over the network. समजतंय काय? दिव्या, मला तू सांगायचंय, नॉट ओनली दिव्या, प्रतीक्षा ऑल्सो, लास्टला, की एवढं सगळं बघितल्यानंतर while seeing all the difference and its explanation, at last you have to tell me where you will give the preference to the UDP instead of TCP. Though the TCP is very good protocol, you will give the preference to the UDP protocol for the transmission of the data. Have you understand the first difference? Connection oriented and connectionless. TCP is connection oriented and UDP is connectionless. Okay. Someone is coming to join the lecture, and she is Shital Gadge. Okay, Shital Gadge, I welcome you over here. Gadge. Okay. Then next, if you are able to see, next difference is reliable. TCP means transmission control protocol is reliable and UDP is not reliable. Why the word comes reliable over here, TCP? Because one more student is ready to join. Okay. Why the word we are using reliable? TCP is reliable. Reliable means what? Reliable means if suppose there are two friends, one is Pratiksha and other is Rutuja. If suppose Pratiksha is saying Rutuja is reliable, what it means? Or vice versa, Rutuja is saying Pratiksha is reliable. Huh? When the two friends can use this phrase reliable when whatever told by me to Rutuja about Pratiksha, if Pratiksha sends all the material to the Pratiksha without any noise, then Rutuja is reliable to Pratiksha. And if Rutuja added some noise, whatever told from my side to Rutuja about Pratiksha, if she added some noise and then it passes to the Pratiksha, then Rutuja is not reliable, right? To Pratiksha in case the conversation between Rutuja and Pratiksha. Reliable means whatever data is coming from one source to another source, whatever data is transmitting from one location to another location, from one machine to another machine, if there is no gadbad, if there is no change in order of the packets, if there is no error occurrence in the transmission of data, then in that case we can say that connection is reliable. So comparing to UDP, TCP is reliable. Means if you are using TCP, then you should be having a guarantee that whatever data coming from the network is a reliable one. TCP gives that guarantee, reliable, and it is important. It is not important to see the any movie, right? But it is important when doing the banking transaction, reliable. At that time, if suppose if Divya is doing the transaction of 1 crore to Pratiksha Lamge, and if only one bit changes, then what will happen? Everything will get the change, and that is not good for the health of Divya also. I am making fun to understand all these things, but we are using TCP since 40 years. It means it is reliable, right? Then comparing to UDP, it is not reliable. Means what? Means whatever the data we are sending, Suppose the ordering of the data is suppose like this 1 0 1 0. It there is possibility it will change the order 0 1 0 0 1. There is a possibility in UDP because we have seen the first difference. It is connectionless, means it does not check the connection, it does not check the path, it just send the data. It just send the data. Third difference is that, what is third difference? Ordering. Third difference is that ordering means it sends the data. It sends the data. Let's see, ordering means it sends the data. TCP sends the data. Suppose data is like this 1 0 1 0. It sends the data. It sends the data in the same order. In the same order, data which is collected by the client 1010, and over the network or over the cloud there is no change in the order. There is no change in the order occurs, and at destination side, the receiver gets original data. There is no change in the ordering 1010 over the network. It is reliable. Why it is reliable? Because ordering, it follows the ordering. Now UDP does not follow ordering. Means what? It is not reliable. It is not reliable. There may be the chance to change in the sequence of the bits. Suppose 101, at destination end you will find data like this 110. Why this is so? Because there is no fixed path used for the transmission of the data. As we have seen, TCP is connection oriented. It means it fixes the path. TCP first fixes the path and then sends the data. Whereas UDP does not fixes the path. It sends the data. As the data comes to the UDP, it sends it. Right? It does not check whether the path is available or not. So what happened because of this? The first bit goes to one network, right? Second bit goes to another network, and third bit goes to again another network, right? Another network, and then it comes to receiver end, and there might be a chance the order will get changed 110. Maybe we'll get over here 110. What we have seen 101, but because of there is no fixed path connection established, whatever the bits or the packets sent by the UDP, they capture or they find out the different routes to reach the destination at the receiver end, and because of the bits or the data chooses the different path over the network, there may be possibility the first bit will reaches at last to receiver end. So the sequence of the bit will get changed. So that's why because of the imbalance or irrelevant ordering, because of not choosing of the path, not establishment of the path at receiver end in UDP, you will get a mismatch, unordered, unranked data in UDP. Yes, I think you have understand the meaning of this ordering. Yes. Have you understand? If you are listening, anybody, have you understand? Have you understand? Okay. Yes, Pratiksha, you can speak.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
And you can see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Then next difference is that slow transmission, and UDP fast transmission. Why? Yes, Anand Gorpade has joined the class. Welcome, Anand. Slow transmission. Why the slow transmission? Because TCP has to first set the path, then TCP has to follow all the instruction about the ordering, and TCP uses only one selected path over the internet, as well as TCP has always add the headers to the packet. TCP has always add the headers to the packet for secure and reliable connection, so the size of the packets gets increases, right? It is between 20 to 60 bytes, 20 to 60 bytes, 20 to 60 bytes, other than the actual content which we have to transmit from one location to another location. 20 to 60 bytes gets added. These 3-4 points that we have seen, why the slow transmission is there in TCP. First, only one selected path over the network, then checking of the each bit, it has to follow ordering, and for the reliable connection, it added some packets to the it added some bits to the packet, and it results into the size of the data or packet get increases, and it reduces the speed of the transmission, so it is slow transmission, whereas it is fast, right? So that's why it is fast. Have you understand? Yes. Then flow control, congestion control system is there. Flow control and congestion control system is there, whereas in UDP there is no flow control and congestion control. What is flow control? While sending the data through TCP, the machine checks the client's or receiver end's capacity. What kind of amount of data the receiver end can execute. By checking that TCP sends the data, and that phenomena is called as flow control. Means TCP checks the receiver end's capacity of the execution of the data. Means we know that suppose at our home, if we are assigning the work to our younger ones, first we checks at receiver end, the younger one, our little champ, our brother. So check the capacity of brother, and then we assign the work. That is called as flow control. Here also, TCP checks the capacity of receiver end, how much data it can handle, and according to that it sends the data over the network. This phenomenon is called as flow control. So it will also take the time. So that's why speed is of the transmission of the data is slow in TCP. And second one, that is congestion control. Right? You can understand what is meant by congestion. Means if the traffic gets occurs over there, and in that case it controls the traffic to avoid the congestion. So this flow control congestion control is there in TCP, whereas in UDP there is no flow control and congestion control. We have seen these differences, and we try to understand what is meant by TCP and what is meant by UDP. Both protocols are used to transmit the data, but how the data transmission takes place, that we have seen with the help of these differences. If anybody from your side, where you will suggest the UDP kind of data transmission, if you will give the answer, then I will continue with the lecture. Otherwise, we will see the points in the next lecture, the remaining points. जर TCP आणि UDP चा असा डिफरन्स असेल तर मला सांगा UDP हे कुठे वापरले गेले पाहिजे. Yes, please tell me. Please tell me. I will give you some options to you. Then please tell me. Okay. First option, banking. Second, conferences. Third, meeting. 4, online working. 5th, gaming. 6th, live streaming of matches. You have these 6 options where you will use the UDP. Where you will use the UDP.
Gaming, live streaming of matches.
Who is there? Who is speaking? Shraddha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to congratulate Shraddha. Shraddha did very good work regarding her project side. I don't know of others, but Shraddha Sadafar and Aditi did what?
Aditi Andhale.
Yes, and Aditi, these 3 girls did well regarding their projects, and here also she is speaking, and she is giving the answer, gaming and live streaming of matches. Over there she will prefer UDP. Why, Divya, if you are there, or who is from Nasik? Who is from Nasik? I am not able to recall the name. Who is from Nasik or Jalgaon? She always available over here on online lectures. I forget the.
Prachi.
Yes. Okay. Mm. And she also attended the Python lecture series. Prachi. Yes, Prachi, if you are hearing me, why, which option you will choose and why? Yavlkar, what the Shraddha said, it is correct. Gaming and live streaming of matches. So, in the matches, most of the time you have seen that कि ordering of the scenes will might get changes, right? Ordering of the sequence of the pictures of the scenes gets changes, and it is acceptable, right? It is acceptable from our side also. So that's why in live streaming UDP always preferred, and UDP, the transmission of the data is fast. So UDP is preferable over there, live streaming. But in banking, no, we cannot use UDP in banking. Though it is fast, but we cannot use because it is not reliable. Na? Okay, we have seen this TCP and UDP in this lecture. There is too much content is remaining. We will see the some part of this network related information in the next lecture, and some next lectures content also, and we will wind up our all the things related to unit number 2 tomorrow. Thank you.